As has been mentioned, these rules that we are taking up today are crucially important for the way that we will govern ourselves and for the way that we will conduct this legislative process over the next 2 years. I expect what the board's going to look like at the end of this vote, but I have to say these rules should not be partisan at all. The rules by which we govern ourselves, they should not be drafted to consolidate power. They should not be drafted to consolidate or strengthen control, and they certainly shouldn't be written up to limit transparency. One of the few tools that we have right now to know about the true fiscal impact of the decisions that we're making is filing a fiscal note, and I'm glad that my colleague previously brought up the change that's in House Rule 41. But what that change will do is limit the amount of time when we are able to file a fiscal note. If any one of us in this room has concerns during debate about the true cost of the policies that we are debating and ultimately voting on at the end of that debate. This will mean if you're concerned about it, you've got to wait until after the vote on second reading, or if there's an amendment. And that, I think, is wrong, and we deserve more information than that. It could seriously limit the amount of information we're given before we're asked to make a decision. We as lawmakers deserve to know the true impact. The public deserves to know the true impact. And to be completely honest, limiting this is going the wrong direction. There are some states where every bill that they file and every bill before they vote on it, there's a fiscal note already there. So they will already know the true financial impact of a bill before they're making those decisions. We should be moving in the opposite direction of what these rules are moving. These rules should set parameters and certainty in the process and should empower all of us to make the decisions on our bills and on bills that we're voting on in a way that we know what's coming up, as Representative Bennett talked about. The transparency is limited, but also the certainty is. We all deserve certainty in this room to know how we will govern ourselves for the next 2 years. This process will only change if individual lawmakers choose to make that decision and take back the power that you were given when you were elected. That will only happen first if we change the rules that govern us. I urge all of you to think about what we can do better in this body, and that begins with making the rules better. I ask you to vote no.